Hi folks, been a bit of a while, but I'm back to do a Time Guesser daily. Let's get into it. Right, this is the end of Downing Street. It's an easy starting location. Tony Go Organic, so it's obviously sometime during the Blair years, which started in 1997 and extended to about, come on, where's Downing Street there? So, right, we want to place ourselves right outside that gate, which I expect is there. That looks like it. We're basically here, aren't we? Like on that bit of road. Yeah. There's the double yellows. We're about there, aren't we? Right, yeah, so I'd say we are... I mean, it's looking pretty 90s here, isn't it? Do we want to go beginning of the Blair years? Maybe let's go a couple of years in. He was going on for quite a while. Let's say 2000. Might be a bit earlier than that. Actually, let's say 99. I think it is still the 90s. Maybe 98. Maybe 98. Let's try that. Oh, it was 99. A view outside Downing Street after Greenpeace dumped 4 tons of genetically modified soya beans. Folks, there is nothing wrong with genetic modification of crops, I'm afraid. Right, so what have we here? Oh, SZ, normally a telltale sign that we are somewhere in Hungary. Normally, let's see. Hungary is normally Budapest. What can we see here? MKV J and G Y. Somebody, what is even going on here? I think this person's sort of writing her a ticket or something. Something Jejmente Buffet. I don't know what any of that is. Let's say, I mean, that big building behind could be a train station. I think we've had Budapest train station before. Could not be a train station, of course. I think maybe let's just plonk this in the middle of Pest somewhere, like there, for no particular reason. 60s, sort of like that transition between sort of, you know, buttoned up 50s and kind of more relaxed kind of 60s. Could be much later than that. Could be sort of 80s. I wonder if it is later than that. I wonder if it is in the 80s. Hard to tell from the photo quality. Hard to tell from the kind of styling, really. Maybe this is telling us something. I'm not sure. Could be very wrong here, but I'm going to try sort of 1970, because I'm not sure if it's 60s or maybe later. This clothing doesn't look very 60s to me. I'm not really sure. I mean, maybe sort of all this kind of stuff was perfectly normal. Zips and things. What else can we see here? A plastic bag, I think, which maybe suggests it's later. Maybe it's later. Maybe this is the 80s. Maybe let's say 1982. Early 80s. Let's try that. Oh, it is in Hungary. It was 1982. That was a good last minute change. Outside, and it was a railway station, but it obviously wasn't the railway station in... I wonder if there was any evidence of that. Name of that place. Okay. All right. Well, quite happy with that. Right. That flag. Oh no, what is that flag? It's very familiar. Very familiar. God, what flag is that? What can we see here? We've got kind of, we're obviously by some kind of ocean. It looks, it's hard to tell. What sea we might be near. I have a feeling this is like somewhere in sort of Central America. I mean, it's got a star and some stripes, so I'm wondering if it's something kind of America adjacent, like Puerto Rico or something like that. Could it be that? Could it be San, like however they pronounce it, San Juan? Del Morro. Is it possible that that's what that is? I mean, it's possible, isn't it? Although it's pretty far. I mean, maybe this is that. Oh, I'm not so sure about that, actually. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that at all. This is obviously a pretty long time ago, so it's possible that lots has changed, but also that seems like... could we be down here somewhere? It's that shape, that thing there, that feels like it would be pretty clear, pretty obvious from the air. But I don't actually see anything that looks like that here. So now I'm worried that maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not Puerto Rico at all. I mean, that's kind of the thought that jumped into my head when I saw the flag initially. And that we've got this, quite dramatic sea action going on. Not convinced. I can't see the place that looks like it would be the right place. So I might be miles off here, but I mean, is that Cuba? What's written on this sign here? Something Batista. This is tough. I'm not sure of this one. That sign, it'd be great if I could read that, but I can't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which of these. It might even not be one of these islands. But I don't know. Given that we've got something that looks a bit like it could be that kind of headland, let's say it's over here. I really don't think that's right, but I think it's the best I'm going to do. I'm going to kick myself, I think, when I find out what this flag is. In terms of a time period for this picture, it's looking like a pretty long old time ago. These hats and things. I mean, I'm actually not really sure how far back to go here. Late 40s, early 50s? Could be longer ago. It's obviously a fair whack of time ago. Not sure. Maybe we'll try that. 47. Does that feel too long ago? They could almost be in the 30s. Let's try it. Oh, it was in the 30s. And it was Cuba. Greeting military officer and politician Fulgencio Batista on his return from the United States. So it was pretty far away and pretty far off. So, yeah, bad score. Batista was seen as a stabilizing force in Cuba and the powerful leader who... Yeah, okay, so that's a Cuban flag. Okay, all right. I've been to Cuba, didn't remember the flag. Okie doke. This picture is more recent than the cars would suggest, I think. This is a kind of old car rally thing. Interrent. That looks like we are probably in Israel, I think. I'm seeing lots of things. Yes, I think we're in Israel. In terms of which city, I'm not sure. But let's start with Tel Aviv. I mean, I've spent flipping ages scouring Tel Aviv before for things, so I'm not confident. But we've got some street names here, I think. Does that say something like Jordan? I really don't think I'm going to search this, actually. I don't think I've got time. I've got some delicious dinner waiting for me, so I'm just going to say that we're in Tel Aviv, somewhere. And in terms of when this picture was taken, I think it's giving me a kind of 80s, 90s atmosphere, I think. So maybe, yeah, there's definitely lots of evidence here. If anybody was going to go in and really scour for the location, there's definitely enough. And this big tower, there's enough to go on. I simply don't have time today, I'm afraid. Should we say 1990, like on the cusp of between those two decades? Big baggy t-shirts, quite 90s. Alright, maybe let's bump it into the 90s. 94. Something like that. Maybe 93. Let's try that. Ooh, 1989. But yeah, it was Tel Aviv. For the Adloyada parade, celebrated during the Jewish holiday of Purim. Okay. Don't think I'd have guessed that it was in the old northern part. It all looks pretty, 20th century. Okay, well, not terrible. Now, this is the ice bucket challenge, I think. North Carolina Tar Heels basketball. Frank H. Keenan Football Center. This is somewhere in North Carolina. Maybe in Charlotte. Are we going to be able to find the Frank H. Keenan Football Center? Maybe it's not in Charlotte. Maybe it's in... What are they called? North Carolina Tar Heels. First National Bank. Truist Stadium. Not seeing it there. I mean, I feel like we're rapidly moving down the city sizes here. But I don't know whether this would be... There's another Truist Stadium. What the hell? That's baseball. Frank H. Keenan Football Center. Is it likely that this is like a university thing? Like one of these university football fields? In which case, I mean, God, it could be sort of anywhere. I'll just check Raleigh. What's this called? Not big enough to have a name. Right, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where this one is. Somewhere in North Carolina, obviously. Oh, University of North Carolina. Do we have a football field here somewhere? I mean, that's not it. No, that's just a running track. I don't see a football field there. God, I'm having to check all these places now. I think if we can't find it here, I might suggest going back to the place where we started and just trying our luck at I suppose, is it possible we're in Knoxville? The University of Tennessee. Oh, they're in the wrong state there. Where did we... Huh. I guess at some point, yeah, there must be a state line there somewhere. Johnson C. Smith University. Irwin Belk Complex. Johnson C. Smith University Fitness Center. That's not it. Lots of middle initials in this part of America. Alright, well, Queen's University of Charlotte. I'm not going to find this place. Maybe we just put it somewhere that's in the middle of the state, like Raleigh, and hope that we're not too far away, just because it's kind of central. I mean, there's some sporting stuff here. Yeah, this is going to be wrong, but I'll put it there, just so that we are kind of in the middle of the state. Not going to get too far off from there, I think. All these cities are fairly close to there. I mean, maybe even Fayetteville's an even better bet. Do we have a university? I think we had the university. Fayetteville State University. I mean, we probably want North Carolina, like, whatever it's called, like North Carolina University. But anyway, whatever. As I say, we're going to be wrong anyway. If this is the Ice Bucket Challenge, I'd say that's about 2016, something like that. But I wonder if it actually is the Ice Bucket Challenge. Does that look like ice? Was that when it was? 2016, 2015? I reckon so. Let's try that. Oh, it was 2014. God, was it 10 years ago? Ice Bucket Challenge. 10 years ago. And it was up in whatever place this is. Probably a place too small for me to have checked. Chapel Hill. Yep. Keenan Memorial. There we go. Alright, well, over 9,000 points. Not terrible. How did that do to the final score? 42,988. Really messed up that location guess in Cuba. That was a real bad one. Let's check the leaderboard. The fridge. Very good. Very good. Hiraki 420 beat me today by well over 1,000 points. Well done. Dudar 42,113 right behind me. Panda 41,000. Relander, an uncharacteristic 30 something thousand. 38,488. And Figbug 34,539. Alright, well, nice to be back. I'll try and do this again tomorrow. Thanks very much for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe if you enjoyed this. There's plenty of other videos of me doing these, and I'll aspire to do many more. Thanks very much for watching. See you next time.